Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl, Troy-Lee, holistic nutritionist. And if you want to live a pain-free, drug-free life, I'm your girl. Pain-free, drug-free living is possible. And I'm going to tell you today my story of how I got rid of sciatica pain that had been plaguing me for 8 years. And folks, I didn't need any medicine, and I didn't need to take any supplements, and I didn't need to follow a special diet. So let me tell you how I got sciatica and when I got rid of it. So it was 2014 when I took a new job as a consultant, and the morning commute was about an hour away, which wasn't too bad because traffic wasn't really heavy and I could grab a cup of chai and just be on my way. But it was still a solid 55 minutes to get there every morning. But in the afternoon, it was a little more complicated. It could take me anywhere from 90 minutes to 2 hours to 2.5 hours to get back home. And it was during that evening commute that I developed sciatica, because that's the only thing I can attribute it to. So folks, sometimes in the evening when I was trying to get home, the sciatic pain would be shooting up and down my left leg so badly that I would have to pull over, get out the car, just try to stretch it and massage it and just do everything I could just to make it home. So obviously that job that I took in late 2014 didn't last that long because I couldn't handle the evening commute, number one. And then the sciatic pain in the evening was just driving me crazy. So that was 2014. I dealt with that for 8 years. So let's fast forward now to 2022. I had been managing the sciatica for those 8 years with cabbage juice. Now, if you've never had cabbage juice, you're not missing anything. But I found that if I would juice some fresh cabbage juice, about 16 ounces of it, and then drink that for 3 days in a row, that would calm the pain down. So the pain wouldn't totally go away. I still knew it was nagging me, but it would calm it down. So that's kind of how I ended up dealing with it with my holistic methods, just to stay away from medicine. But folks, I'll be honest, there were days when I had to reach for ibuprofen because the pain was just that bad. So I managed it like that for about eight years. Well, in July 2022, I was introduced to the patch, and you hear me talk about the patch on my videos. This is what it looks like, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I was introduced to the patch, and I was told that it was a way that it could help heal my body, reduce inflammation, and get rid of pain. And folks, that was wonderful, but what really attracted me to the patch were the before and after photos I saw of some of the people who had used the patch. It was very clear to me that they had reversed in aging, and these were unretouched photos, and I was like, woo, I was 68 years old at the time, so I was like, oh, I would definitely like to try those things out, right? So that is really what first attracted me to the patch. But lo and behold, I put the patch on, and the instructions were to apply it either behind your neck or below the belly button. And you can see I have one on right here because I do wear one every single day. So put the patch on, and folks, in about 2 months, the pain was gone, and it has not returned. Now, before I go on to say more about these wonderful little patches, they are made by the company LifeWave. And LifeWave does not intend for these patches to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease or illness at all. If you are pregnant, nursing, or if you have any medical conditions, you want to consult with your physician before you make a decision to use this patch. What I'm sharing with you, it's for educational purposes only, and it's my own personal experience, as well as I'm going to share the experience of some other people. So as a matter of fact, let me introduce you to someone right now who has similar sciatica pain.
But when I got introduced to the patches, many things changed. And I wasn't introduced to the patches with the intent to improve from the cancer that I had had prior. I was introduced because I had a sciatic problem, a sciatic nerve problem, and they were going to do surgery. I had a cyst growing in an area on the spine that was behind a metal cage that was there from a previous surgery. My pain level was pretty high. I could only sit on one butt cheek at a time. I was using a cane. I was trying many things, and I couldn't get relief. So at lunch one day, the patch was given to me. I put it on a butt cheek. And by the end of lunch, I could sit on both butt cheeks And by the time we walked to the car, my pain had really come down probably about 40%. I'm guessing about 40%. It was significant, very significant. So by the end of the week of using the patches, my pain had pretty much diminished.
Leah Stastny. I am a presidential director with LifeWave, and I am in Houston, Texas. So the first thing I noticed was 15 minutes into my workout, I thought, man, I'm not working out. Like my stamina, I just couldn't believe how much energy I had. So finished my workout, didn't really think much about it. And then, kept doing my patching. And about 3 weeks in, I had about a tennis ball sized lipoma right at the back of my thigh, right where my, the butt kind of curves up, but it was deep inside. You couldn't see it. And I realized about 3 weeks in, it was about the size of a ping pong ball. And then I can't tell you how many months in, but I realized that my sciatica pain no longer bothered me. And when you have to use your cruise control, just driving 30 miles an hour because your sciatica hurts, it's huge, right? So the sciatica pain was gone, and that was probably about 6 months in. And then another thing that I've suffered with, and it's one of those things, we live with the pain, we just think that's how it is, right? Was my chronic hip pain. You guys, I could not sleep on my side, not on either side. It was my right hip that hurt, but I couldn't even sleep on my left side just from the pressure. And that is gone. And that has been so amazing to me in itself.
So let's talk about the patch. First and foremost, it is non-transdermal. What does that mean? Nothing is going into my body at all. There's no medicine on this patch. There's no botanical on this patch. Nothing is going into my body. Now, you're probably familiar with the smoker's patch or the birth control patch that slowly releases medication into the system. Folks, that's not what this does at all. This is just like a bandage that you would put on a bandage if you cut yourself. It's a little sticky, so it sticks to the skin, but it's encased between two pieces of plastic, just like a bandage would be. But when I put this thing on my skin at certain points, like behind my neck or below my belly button, because of the special structure that is in the middle, you can't see it with the naked eye, but this is a special structure that allows it to reflect my own body's light. Now, folks, all human beings emit a low-level infrared light. You do, and I do. And when that light is reflected back into my system, because this just acts as a shield, a reflective shield, I should say. This just acts as a reflective shield. And when that happens, that light that is being reflected back into my body causes photobiomodulation to occur, which is light making changes in my biology. So you know how if you go out in the sun and the sun hits your skin, your body makes vitamin D. Doesn't need you to do anything else but be in the sun, right? That's photobiomodulation. It's light causing changes to happen in your body. Well, in the same way, when my own infrared light is reflected back into my skin, changes happen in my physiology. And in this case, this particular patch is called the X39, the stem cell activation patch. In this case, it elevates a copper peptide in my body called GHKCU. Now, GHKCU, when that gets elevated, it causes the stem cells that you naturally have in your body, but they may be dormant, to wake up and start healing your body again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know about stem cells, they are the holy grail of healing. We all have them. But as we age, they are less and less active. Well, what this process does, this is the patch. It reflects back my own infrared light naturally. When that happens, it elevates GHKCU. When GHKCU goes up, my stem cells proliferate at a greater rate. And ladies and gentlemen, if you've never heard of GHKCU, I want to recommend this book to you. It's called How to Reverse Aging, A Comprehensive Guide to Copper Peptides by Dr. John Harmon. This book is amazing. So GHKCU is nothing new, and we all have it naturally. It's just a matter of getting that at a higher level. which in turn gets my stem cells up and marching. So that's kind of how the process of the patch worked. That is the X39 stem cell activation patch. But this company, which is 20 years old, they have a variety of patches that help with different issues. For an example, while this is the X39 that helps with stem cell activation, they have one that helps with energy and helps the body to burn fat. Now this one, for example, this was the very first patch created over 20 years ago for use by the Navy SEALs to help keep them awake without amphetamines. So this was the first patch created over 20 years ago. So ladies and gentlemen, I am so grateful to be living in a pain-free body at 70 years old. Not a lot of 70-year-olds can say that because we're kind of used to having joint pain and hip pain, etc. As a matter of fact, not only did this heal my sciatica, it also took care of the pain in my shoulder that I injured in 2011. It also took care of another major pain that I had been dealing with for 31 years, but that's on a separate video because I don't want to make this one too long. So if you're interested in learning more how you too can get rid of your sciatica and also be pain-free in your body, I encourage you just to check out the link below. There's a lot more information there. There are videos you can watch. The scientific studies are there. The patents are there as well. But here's something special. Regularly, we do what we call patching parties online, and we give away free product. We give away a whole month supply of free product to our guests. Now, not everybody wins, but we do give away a lot of product, and we have these every single week. So if you would like to be invited to a patching party, just connect with me below and say, hey, give me the link to the patching party or invite me to the patching party. But the best way is to simply send me a text at 240-301-1199. That's 240-301-1199. I'll leave that link below as well. I'll also leave my email address if you just want to connect with me and send me an email. So I'm so 301-1199. That's 240-301-1199. I'll leave that link below as well. I'll also leave my email address if you just want to connect with me and send me an email. So I'm so grateful to be living in a pain-free body, and that is my desire for everyone because life is better when you're not in pain. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Blessings. Bye-bye.